My name is Cancer. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Today we're going to be converting this. This is the screen actually in my gaming room. This is my, actually in the arcade room. This is my 106 inch 16:9 Elite borderless screen. These screens cost a little bit more than the usual Elite screens because they're designed to be completely borderless. And I thought this would be a perfect screen for a demonstration for that new black screen paint we have. Now my screen upstairs, which is a 106, is going to be swapped out for a 106 inch acoustic screen, which I'm actually going to be building this week for my setup in my gaming room, because I want the sound to be to travel through my screen instead of my soundbar sitting on the floor. And this one is going to be converted into a demonstration screen, which we need to do testing on Monday. So right now I already have it coated on a 50 inch size screen. We're going to coat this over into the 106 inch. The reason why you're seeing that bump in the middle, because that's where the bar is padded. That's one thing you want to do when you pad a bar. These are completely borderless screens. They cost a little bit more. I think this one for the 106 was around close to near $300. So let me go grab me a roller and my paint, and let's begin. Let's see what I need to do here. Well, this one's good. This is a pretty heavy screen. It's a lot heavier. I don't know why, but the screen's a lot heavier than the usual ones I had that had the velvet border. But this thing's much heavier. And I had to go downstairs and make another batch. A little bit for myself. I made 5 gallons for myself for testing. I'm going to do some of this outside, different forms of fabric, materials, and stuff like that. And have some fun with this stuff. This will be my extra one. Interesting about this technology, for the darkest screen paint we've ever designed and a roll-on, the white levels on this stuff is actually extremely good. I really had to turn down the levels on my 43 because they were way too high. That's how black that stuff is. It's super black. That's gonna look beautiful on the screen right here. Track down the roller. Like I said, in order for me to fully test out the screen, it has to be on the official size screen. I can't have this on a 50 inch. It has to be on the official size screen. That's why it's good to have always a couple of extra screens laying around. I have quite a few fixed screens laying around the house, so this gives me the option to be able to paint. I like to use my paint pan. Some people feel they have to have a paint pan because they don't want to put a huge glop of paint in the middle of the screen. They think that's going to damage the screen. It's not going to damage the screen. It's not. It's a way of saving your paint. Because if you put it in the paint pan, you're going to lose some of it. Corners done real nice. Corners. This all look real nice. Really, really nice. Now keep in mind, as I said before, these videos are mainly for advertising, which means I have a website. It gets a great amount of hits, and this is where we're going to start designing a page for this technology now. I think I need to utilize my web page a little better. So we got to update. We got to do updates on all the videos on the website now. Have to be changed over. Now we're going to start utilizing, designing more videos for advertisement, for pages and stuff like that. I have several other social media sites I deal with. I'll look great on that too. A little bit more. I don't want to put too much on it because last time, like I said, when I did the screen, the last one, I put way too much paint down. It took a bit for the screen to dry. Just got a little bit on that edge right there. Excuse me. All right. Box. Get the screen to activate just right. We can't have any spots of the blue pushing through. The screen has to be completely jet black. Corners, everything. Completely black. first. And like this. Go to the corner. See how black that screen is? That screen is super black. Woo! It's gonna look beautiful on this borderless. This is gonna look beautiful on this borderless screen. Like I said, these screens are made by Elite. Elite makes these screens. I bought 2 of them. I bought their 100 inch. And I turned around and I bought the 126 inch, which I have in the window. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look how black that surface is. That screen is super dark. All right, so take you guys over here. We're going to set up. Make sure I'm missing spots. Up close again on my end. To make sure. Just go a little past it real quick to make sure, because the screen's really super jet black. I can't have anything peeking through. That's going to mess the screen up. And this screen paint will come with some simple instructions, not hard to do at all. It will come with some simple instructions. A little bit there. Hold on. Those few spots I missed. I want this one to be jet black. That's just want to make sure. In order to make sure it's my demonstration screen. Saw a little blue peeking through. That's what it was. That's my demonstration screen. I think that's going to look amazing. Okey-dokey. Anytime you calling me, may that be calling me. May that be. Nope. Got to call you back. Perfect timing. Wait until I'm lifting up the screen to give me a call. sure when I'm looking that thing over, it's nice to show you how dark this stuff is. It's how black that screen is. I said one of the darkest ones we ever developed. Not we. Yes, we, me and God. But it'd be more like God first and me last. That's what it would be. After this, I'm going to go upstairs and watch a couple of train expedition shows and make myself some french fries. Hot tea and good. That's my day. Fish to be super relaxed. I'll leave some of this with a little border on it because I'm going to display that black. Deep dark black. Very nice. Oh. Yeah, just a little bit. There we go. Got all the wet strings on here tonight. Sound don't be it. And where we got marks on the screens, that's the area where the screen is drying at. Like I said, any areas you see here and here, that's where your screen's dry. Right here, that's where the screen's wet. Right here, that's where the screen's dry. See how bright the colors come up? This is actually the first one that we have that basically has a black level that dark and can produce white levels this high. And if you didn't catch the earlier one, which I did on the 50-inch, it was done with a 43 and it dropped all the way down to 1,000 lumens. So that pretty much clears up any nonsense with maybe naysayers coming in and saying, well, you're using a 43. You went from a 43 to 1,000 lumens. That much of a dramatic drop. And still was able to maintain its white levels with no problem. Matter of fact, a little much better maintain the white levels on 1,000 lumens, because when we did at the 43, the white levels were so high that we had to drop the brightness. So I guess all that. See, that's why I say God gets tired of that nonsense, and he does. All that nonsense about talking about how screens are too black. There you go. Now you got one extremely black. I mean, it's darker than a 12. Way darker than a 12. And look at the white levels on that technology. I don't like it when you talk about, not saying my customers are beautiful, but you naysayers out there, God don't like it when you talk about the work. You don't like it. This projector sits in eco mode right now. I literally had to drop the brightness. I guarantee your brightness is much higher than what I have on this projector right now. At the end of the day, like I said, God's technology. You can't come across, if you go against me, you go against God. And this is what you got to deal with. This is big companies, big corporations, hobbyists, naysayers. And this is not the project I've been working on. Nope. And this was developed this morning. This technology was developed this morning. As a matter of fact, I came on early in the morning, painted the screen around 5 o'clock. That's when the Lord blessed me with the idea on making this. Not only did he bless me with the idea to make this, actually we made one yesterday, then he gave me an upgrade for another one, and then he blessed me with this one. This was the final. So he gave me 3 screen paints within a short amount of time, which one I wanted. I chose this one. This is the one I like the most. This is the one that actually has that super black level, and the white levels aren't crazy high. Now this is going to be fantastic for those of you that are lovers of contrast, but you don't want to lose too much of your white levels. This technology right here is amazing. This stuff could actually replace everything we have right now. Easy. Could replace everything we have. I can't wait to start testing this against the lighter grade samples. The contrast level is going to be absolutely unmatched. Let's go with something else real quick. I've got a little time in here to have some fun with this.
Gatorade Zero, all the electrolytes, zero sugar.
Over here. I can turn this off now. We still got a little wetness on the screen, but it ain't nothing I'm concerned about at all. And this is completely borderless now, when you think about it. If I want to basically expand the screen to make it bigger, I can, but these screens are designed to be borderless. I just added that border in there because I'm going to show exactly how black these screens are. Look how high that white level is. Like I said, my projector sits in eco mode. We're in whisper mode right now. This is the pause on that right there. Oh, I'm getting there real quick. So we're at 20, and whisper mode for these projectors is considered to be eco mode. We can't bring it past 20 because if we bring it past 20, the white levels go up too high and it's hard to recognize the screen, which I'll show you in a few minutes, how high the white levels can go up on this screen. So we have to keep it at 20 and it has to stay in eco mode. So we'll go with the Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's me bouncing out of controls. We'll go back in. It'll take us right back to where we're at. I was trying to pause it. Now, you see how bright the white levels are right now? We have it at 20. Most people don't even have their projectors at 20 at all, period. And let alone have them in eco mode. So we're going to take our projector out and come straight down. Keystone, 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 keystone. We have this in brightness. Just jump it up to what most people will have it at 30. So 30 would be the brightness we're using right now. Some people have theirs at 50. So we'll take it over to 30 right there. And we're still in whisper mode. Now, you see where I have it in pause? You see where you can see her face? Watch this. So that washes up to how that the white levels are literally that high. The white levels are so high on this technology that she's pretty much completely, you can't even see any outline or nothing. That's how high the white line is on this jet black screen. I have to literally bring it down to around 20 in order to be able to see the outline in her clothing because it's producing that much of a white level that high. Let's see where we're at. We're at 32. We're going the wrong direction. Don't want to go that direction. That's the last thing I need. I need to bring it down to 20. Let's see. 22, 27. Is that 20? That's 22. That's still too high. Bring it down one more. That's 20. All right. I have to bring it back to 22 because that screen is literally pushing a white level that high. You know, white level is still crazy high. It's at 20%. Factory settings, keep in mind, are 50-50. This projector can go all the way up to bright levels to 90. So I think factory settings would be half and half. J and K 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
We haven't even tested it on certified screens, so trust me, this technology is going to be, it's going to be a stair step for better technology. So let's bring it up to the minimum of 30. No, I'll take it at 28. We'll do 28. There we go. 28. That's all we need. I guarantee you guys are way beyond 28 right now. And we're still in eco mode. Always in a fully lit environment. Always got to be in a fully lit environment. There's no point. This is ambient light projection technology. You have to always be in a light.
Only Verizon gives you more of the best. 5G from America's most reliable network. More plans you can mix and match.
Come back in. Come and see the white level is. Yeah, like I said, it's the first of its kind. And now with this technology, we're going to figure out exactly how to make screens produce higher white levels. Much, much higher white levels. And still maintain a deep contrast level. Let's go with, I want to do some colors on here. 4K colors demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
So the contrast level being that dark on the screen and the white levels at the same time, it means the colors are going to pop even higher and even brighter. Now Monday morning, the technology begins its testing. All tests should be completed in one day, including the outside demonstration. Just over there, all day. No problem, we'll get all that knocked out. And once that's accomplished, from there, it'll earn its label once it does the 16 feet, not 13. You see the white levels on this thing? This thing has to go back 16 feet on 1,000 lumens. Once it completes that, it'll be available. Keep in mind, this will not be the same price as the 12, and the 12 we obsoleted. This is the replacement for the new 12, for the 12. 12 needed an upgrade. Don't get me wrong, the 12 is an amazing screen, but I just wanted a really dark black screen. And the problem is when you develop black screens, it means the black levels are too high, the white levels will suffer, and the white levels are too high, the contrast suffers. Even worse, because if the contrast suffers, that means the color pop actually suffers also too. The colors don't come up that bright, they don't come up that vivid, and their tendency to wash out. Unless it has coating technology, which we proved with our gray screens. Let's also get something else here. Oh, I'm gonna check this out.
Avery's getting older. I'm so much more confident now, but I don't want that as I age, I could develop gum issues. New Colgate Renewal reverses early gum damage for a beautiful, revitalized smile. I can't wait to see what comes next. Reverse early gum damage with new Colgate Renewal.
And when would it be available? I say somewhere around Wednesday. We're having time for the ship out date, which will be on Saturday. Can't go over how dark it is. Keep in mind, like I said, with our darkest screens, it really doesn't make a difference about your contrast level. It doesn't. The screen's black. It makes no difference at all. LG snowboarding demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Wait, is that the right one? No. I need the LG. I'm not breaking any rules with that one. LG snowboarding.
Getting that from YouTube.
Here we go. Usually when you have it on a 50-inch screen, which we had the first screen was 50 inches, some people may argue that the reason why the image is brighter and sharper because the picture is smaller. That's why when we do the testing, it has to be done on an official size screen. That's done on a much larger screen, whether it be 98 or 106 inches. All right, let me see what else we got here we can play around with. Oh, there's snowboarding demonstration. I haven't seen this one. This Same one I just did. There's a different thumbnail attached to it. All right, let me see. Snow screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
So we'll go through the snow screensavers on the official 106 inches. This should be 100 inches, so that should be up a few, but the border and all. All right. Told you, anytime that I want to show off a black screen, one of the things I'm going to show you are white levels. That's the reason why I always have that problem with people who claim to make screen paints the same as ours, refuse to show you contrast levels on gray screens. I don't understand that. And we have gray screens here. I'll show you star fields, contrast, outer space displays. I can show that easy off our gray screens with no problem whatsoever. And I can also put other certified screens against that to show you the difference between their screens and our screens. But if they're not showing you that, then that tells you that their screen has a really, really poor capabilities of pulling contrast levels, and they will wash out with the lights on. You can't claim to be the same as someone's technology if you won't do the test. Simple and plain.
Whenever your day starts, start with Gillette. Gillette's new Comfort Plus Dry Tech formula is designed.
As I said before, I tell people, don't worry about what that individual shouldn't be worrying about how black our screens are supposed to come up. You need to display those contrast levels, because I can do that on a gray screen. As I said before, no problem. We make everything. So we make gray screens too. And we'll display our contrast levels any given time with no problem. But you should be displaying that. Like I said, there's no point. I do contrast levels maybe once in a while here, but a black screen is going to produce contrast regardless. It's the white levels what you need to see. And like I said, for some of you, if the white levels aren't high enough for you, then guess what? And you want a gray screen? Well, we have that technology too. We make everything. Do we have the train crossing? "4K white flowers."
Getting that from YouTube.
Told you white levels were insanely high. Let's get some flowers in there. There we go. And that's with the projector on brightness of 20 and then standing in eco mode right now. white 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from me
Come
too.
up on that one. If we can bring up something on that. I'm not really concerned about doing any contrast right now. Do some bright colors. That's what I explain to people. Bright colors, in order for them to be able to bring up more vivid, bright colors, you have to have a white level there. If you had no white level in there, you wouldn't be able to see the screen. Everything would be too muddy to see. I think that's the problem that the other individual doesn't quite understand about how it works when it comes to white levels. He thinks because white levels only pertain to basically just snow and bright white levels. No, you literally have, in order to be to produce color and bright colors and vivid colors, you have to have a white level in there. It's the same thing if you take black paint and you mix it in pink, it becomes dark. The white levels become dark. You put white in there, the white levels heighten. He doesn't understand the physics of light, he doesn't understand the physics of color, he just doesn't understand that part. And even darker screens that, like I said, darker high professional screens are not going to produce a 100% white level, which will be virtually impossible. But they still have to maintain a white level in order to produce a picture that'll be recognized for you to be able to see. And that's what he doesn't understand. You have to do more than show colors. You have to do research, and you have to be able to explain how the technology works. Let's see. Let's go with, we haven't done this one in a while, so I'm curious to see how this one's going to portray on the screen. There's a screen showing for its contrast capabilities. Like I said, other screens can mimic contrast. Darker screens like this, black screens, produce 100% contrast. Doesn't really make a difference what your projector contrast ratio is. It doesn't make a difference. You're talking about a true 100% black level. These screens will do it. "4K cities, nighttime."
Getting that from YouTube.
I like to do the black city displays on here. And this is a really, really dark contrast demonstration. This particular one is designed to produce heavy black contrast levels. And your screen should be, if your screen truly can do a contrast level, it should be able to pick this up. Ultralight gray screens can mimic this screen. It can mimic this demonstration without a problem. And the projector behind me has I think a 3,000 to 1 contrast. That's it. The 600 by 800 by 600 has a 2200 to 1 contrast. And I got this projector down in low settings in whisper mode. Outer space, screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's do these right here. And we'll check out the color. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna swap it out for 720. We're going to swap that out for 720p. Now we already did the 4300 lumen projector. Swap it out for 1000 lumens. We'll do that one. We'll put the 1000 on here real quick. I'll retire for the day. I always I'm going to retire for the day, and then I'll be back in. You can hear my voice. I am kind of tired. Busy day today. Not so much of a busy day. Friend was waiting to get online. Waiting for the other projector to power down right now. Other friend was waiting to get online and she was doing a little gaming. And I get up in the morning and check my orders. Go and check my look at the packages that came in today. Swirl food came in. I had to get the swirls fed this morning. Get up in the morning, shower, shave, get this caveman off me. My workout in, and let's see, yeah, and then come downstairs and play with her and then paint the screen and come back into the demonstration. And some days I just want to just lay in my bed and do nothing, literally. Just want to lay in my bed and do nothing, watch a bunch of westerns, eat some french fries out of the fryer, have a hot cup of tea and do nothing. People say, what do you do usually on your day off? Nothing. Like literally nothing. Just sit in bed and just watch westerns, TV shows, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Just do nothing. Just relax. For me going on vacation and traveling, sometimes that's not even a vacation for me because I still got to walk around, do this, done whatever, blah blah. I just want to shut down and do nothing. That's why I like having the deck set up out there, because with the deck I can go out there and lay down and just listen to the birds and just hear the guys over there play golf and just do nothing. That's it. That's all I want to do. As you get older, you'll see it coming. You will see it coming as you get older. You just don't want to do nothing. You just want to sit down and just relax. That's all you want to do. I get my energy moments where I want to run around like a 5-year-old kid and do dumb stuff. But then, at the end of the day, I just want to do nothing. Just sit there and just watch everybody else have fun. You get that like when you get older. Young people, trust me, it's coming. I tell young people, I got a lot of friends that are young. I like, trust me, it's coming. It's coming. Your body's like your investment. All the stuff that you do to it when you're young will come back to haunt you when you're older. Break a lot of stuff, yeah, you're going to feel that when you get older. That's going to definitely come back to get you. And one day when it's raining, you go to get up from working on your car and your back, pow, feels like you're like someone's putting you on a back breaker and your knees are hurting. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Man, when I was young, I thought it was immortality. Did it all. Downhill mountain biking, roller hockey, aggressive skating, martial arts. Did it all. When I had fun, I'm immortal. Can't be destroyed. You know how you know when it starts? When you start making noises, when you start picking stuff up. When you start going, and the louder the moans you make, yeah, don't need it. That's why it's always good to stay on some kind of I have a treadmill upstairs and some other things I bought. It's always good to keep your body in motion because if not, yeah, it comes back. It comes back. Okay, how come this is not running now? Can we disconnect this and put this in another one? Oh, there you go. There you go. Point taken. You just heard me in the back and go, oh, because I had to bend over and pick up the whatchamacallit. Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm trained. If I have to, then yeah, I can go the extra mile, but no problem. But other than that, I don't want to. I just want to sit back and relax. That's what I want to do. Yeah. Just figure out smarter and faster ways. Let's just put it that way. That's the difference between most fighters. Young fighters are different. They basically are all about showing off and showing brute strength and all that. Older fighters are smarter. We use technique. We basically, in a way term, smarter ways, faster ways, more easier ways of taking down someone. I don't even know why I've been talking about this. Let's move on. Okie dokie. I love this projector. You see this? We just swapped over from a Chrissy projector to this projector. I freaking love this projector so much. I swear, if they had these in ultra short throws, well, they did have it in an ultra short throw. They just went too much for the ultra short throw for the ViewSonic. They want so much money for it. So much money for it. Like, Ken, you only paid $1,200. That's $1,200 too much. That is $1,200 too much for me. Like his Van Diesel playing The Last Witch Hunter. I don't watch that. That's too much money for me. Too much. Too much. See, one thing I don't deal with. I got some military family out in Dallas, and I always ask them, like, what are the one things you deal with? Because anytime if I'm going to basically move or basically go down to visit people, what kind of bugs you got down there? And they have something called wolf spider. You ever seen one of those things before? Google that one. If you need to spend a good 4 or 5 hours screaming into your phone, look up a wolf spider and see what that looks like. Because it kind of looks like, if you've seen one moving on their own, you ever seen the Addams Family? I forgot the guy who has the hand crawling around. I forgot his name. That's what it looks like. They're big. It's a big spider. It's a very, very big spider. Just trying to adjust it. I'm not going to be adjusted as fast as we had the other one because the other one has lens shift on it. Come on, let's play nice here. Oh, my foot's in the way. Wow. There's a short trip to insanity. All right. Oh, so we're all the way down. All right, we're all the way down. Okay, so we're all the way down. All right, cool. So that's where we're going to be at for right now. I got no problem with that. That's good. Let's get that adjustment there. Neighbors got out today. Did some barbecuing. Got some barbecuing done today. That's nice. Oh, house party's off. See? This is where I need to be at. In here watching movies. So let's come over here. Now we're on 600 by 800 res. The 720p projector, the one I told you you could buy pretty much anywhere.
Selling your car is fast and easy at WeBuyAnyCar.com. Get in, get out, get paid.
And this projector is sitting in factory settings.
And cheese, a toast.
I know it's a little bit uneven here. It should be a little bit over here, but it's just for the demonstration, you know? So that way you can see we went from a 1080p projector to a 720p, a WXGA down to an SVGA at 40. This one's actually 38. These are 38s, yeah. And that's not bad. A 3800 lumen projector with a 22,000 to 1 contrast, 235.1 anamorphic lens. That's not bad for the fact that you can get these brand new in the box for $240. I paid $150 for this one behind me. And they're still in circulation, which means you can still buy them. You can get a brand new from Amazon for $300. I think what pretty much bothers people is when they look at it like, oh, but it's 600 by 800 res. It's 720p. The image is not going to be that good. And again, like I said, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with your projector. It's clearly your screen. Both were able to produce an amazing black level. One being at 2200 and the other one being at 300. No, sorry, 3000. Boy, that's making me a bit hungry there. Ooh. I think a lot of people, I look at animals, it's interesting when you stare at them, you think about it. Before the fall of man, they weren't vicious animals. You could literally be able to sit down and lay in a bit of lines without being torn to pieces. Someone said, what do you mean by fall of man? Yeah, read your Bible. Of course, you wouldn't need clothes either, you know, if that was the case. The tortoise. Yeah, it's something I won't be. I'm not enjoying spiders. Ooh. Ooh. Videos are too low. Oh, wow, you freaking kidding me. Look at the size of that giant tank. You have to understand, I love watching anything on RCs, jets, remote control planes, anything. And I like the, you good, great, look at the size of that thing. Whew. I can't play it because that's this video right there. I have to watch that later on. I was watching RC tanks that can literally crush other vehicles. It was freaking amazing. This thing ran over a freaking Coke can, and they had all kinds of stuff they were using. One actually crushed a toaster. A toaster. Can you imagine that thing ran over your foot? Look at that. Train builds, train layouts. OG. They got an O gauge. Sorry, OG. They got an O gauge layout. That's OG layout. That's beautiful. See, that's the contrast level. And if you send me emails, usually I don't answer emails on Sunday because I like to call and talk to people. So I will be answering emails on Monday, Tuesday, and so forth. Saturday I do answer emails, but when it comes to so people are asking me about that. When it comes to Sunday, I usually don't answer too many emails. So I'll definitely call you on Monday. If you leave a number there, I'll call you. I prefer calling you because that way it's easier for me to figure out exactly what you may actually want. And if you can't, you live outside the area code or whatever, just email me and talk back and forth. Or if you have WhatsApp, you can hit me up on WhatsApp also too over there. And we can work on your projects. I have a few people there. Summertime's coming up. And there's a lot of people working on projects. They want to be outside and you know, especially, you know, if you live in the warmer areas, you know, you're going in and out all day. So, you know, but some people live in more of the areas that I live in that when it starts getting warm, you want to get outside, you want to set your stream up and start barbecuing and all that good stuff. Just get out of the house, you know. So, yeah. All right. I like the I told you I can't do a lot of time in the VRs that I have because, as I said before, I suffer from migraines. I'll tell you one thing, I am never ever playing that drunk bar fight again. I got so sick literally. I looked last night, I was going to literally, excuse my French here, throw up or turn into a human fountain. Wow, I'm never playing that game ever again. I never got so sick in my life. Oh, that is not a good feeling. Apparently there are certain games I am not going to be able to play. But like I said, you know, I spend most of my time in big screen mode. That's where I'm at most of the time. I'm in there just talking. A lot of people in there are just talking in big screen mode. And you find some really interesting people in there. In one room they were talking about politics. There are other rooms they were talking about PC upgrades and stuff like that. It's great because then you have a lot of people can go in there and share their opinions and just talk about things they want to talk about without being shut down or shunned. And right now, I've already set up an account where I can go set up a room where I can invite people in and people can just go in and just talk about what they want to talk about. As long as it's not weird or crazy. I don't have to ban you from the room. But other than that, you know, I set up rooms in there where we can all go in there and talk and, you know, talk about everything. They talk about how COVID affects them. A lot of people talk about that. So it's a great room for people to go in and get a lot of the stress and crap that may be ticking them off on a day-to-day basis. They feel that nobody else wants to hear about. And that's what I set the room up for. So people can go in there and talk. Nobody judges anybody. People go in there and they communicate and they talk about the headsets and what they bought and how COVID has affected them, how long they've been locked in the house. Some of them lost jobs, some of them lost homes and stuff like that. Some of them haven't seen family members for years. It's a chance for everybody to go in there and talk and just get it off their shoulders. So what I'm doing is next week, I'm gonna buy me a bunch of movies because now I found out I can design rooms like movie rooms, and I can buy a list of movies and I can invite my friends so we can all watch movies together. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to do like $100 worth of movies, like $5 a piece. So I should have a good bundle of movies in my library. And I'm just going to bring my friends in, and they want to bring friends in. Well, just sitting there watching movies and joking and having fun. It means at the end of the day that somebody is going to be able to stress less, and this is a way for them to be able to, you know, get a lot of things off their shoulders and stuff like that, then it's well worth it. All right, so we just did the 600 by 800 res. Let's drop it all over. Let's just grab out my 1000 lumen projector from there. I like this projector. This projector shuts off really fast, really fast. Now, real quick, these projectors, the ViewSonic is a DLP. I think the Christie's are LCDs. So, you know, people ask me about LED projectors. I really don't use a lot of LED projectors. The only LED projectors I have was that ViewSonic, that Casio, and that was a laser and LED hybrid. So, you know, I tell people when you buy those, make sure that you have the safety, the lens cap, because if it doesn't come with the lens cap, I advise you don't buy it. I mean, your eyes, at the end of the day, you know, you got two choices. Either you get that lens that goes with it, or you start doing Stevie Wonder impersonations permanently, because that thing will mess you up. I had the liberty of walking in front of one. In my accident. So that's how I learned about it. I learned the hard way. Okay, let me see if we have where's the adapter piece that goes right here? I learned the hard way. Bought one, I don't know if I told you, sure. Bought one, had it downstairs, had it in standby mode, and think it's off. It's in standby mode, it couldn't harm me. Came downstairs and got a flashlight to the side of my face, and I got hit with a laser. That's what that little plastic, that's what that shield is for. So you can put that back on because the laser is always active. That's why I think I don't like any of the long throw laser projectors. I just don't like them. Short throws are better because short throws have an automatic kill switch. Ultra short throws have an automatic kill switch. They automatically shut off. If you lean over top of that projector, it shuts off. The long throws, I don't know about that. So they got something I don't know about, but until then I'll never go near one. It's not go well. And then the next day I had a very bad headache. So this is the old timer we're starting up. This is the Sony VPL, I think CS4 projector we're starting up. This is the old timer. You gotta give it some time. Projector was manufactured in 1999. It's an old guy. He does the job, gets the job done. This projector only does 4.3. Yeah. Get your focus a little better, buddy. There's your screen. Where's your focus at, buddy? Where's your focus? Let's see if you're within the rainbow. No, you're outside. Doesn't make a difference either way. Alright, let's get you started. Let me see. Let's get you on with some beautiful colors. Should we do beautiful colors with you? And there we are at 1,000 lumens, 720p, 600 by 800 res. There's way back there. little bit. There we go. Like I said, this projector was manufactured in, well, it actually was discontinued in 1999. Ooh, good gracious. That's pretty old. Let's go with Sony 4K demonstrations. There's no sound with this projector because I'm using the adapter, so you have to put another output for that adapter in order to get sound. And they're right here. That's where the projector sits. So we swapped out from 43 at WXGA 1920 by 1200 from the projector at 600, 800 by 600 res, 3800 lumens SVGA, and then swapped out to another projector of 1000 lumens at around 600 by 800 res SVGA. The only difference between that one and the other one is that projector has a 22,001 contrast, so the projector really has like a 200 or something. It's really low. And the one projector is 38, which is the ViewSonic, where the Sony portable is at 1000. And usually when most people do these demonstrations, they will do it with the lights out. As you can see, this is where my projector is sitting, that far back from the screen. Samsung 4K demonstrations. I do a lot of their demonstrations, do I not? So if the white levels weren't there at 1,000 lumens, you wouldn't be seeing anything on that screen. Let's pause that. This is how, literally how dark it would look if you had no white levels. On your screen could not pick up a white level. That's how dark it would come up. It'd be that dark. All the way around, bro. Nothing good. Okay. Where's your remote control at? Oh, wait, I can see it. I think the fastest shut off out of all these projectors would definitely be that ViewSonic. And ViewSonic shuts off really, really fast. Not even the one I have on the floor that I paid $1,200 for, that shut off is not even that fast. Alright, so we're going to have to bring something up over there. Bring this up a little bit more. It's not going to play nice where it's at. Wait, so we can't get it from here to here? We don't have enough in there to get it from there to there? We're good. That'll definitely work. Alright, so we get the focus a little better. So this one right here we're using now is 2800 lumens Optima. 2800 lumen projector right there. Let's go over to so now we're at 2800 lumens. This is an XGA projector. The XGA. I know it's more than, I gotta look it up. I know it's way more than an SVGA. It's not an SVGA, it's just an XGA projector. But I know it's 2800 lumens. I think for this projector I paid about, I think $54 or something for it. And that's one of the things, when you watch people doing demonstrations, they don't do swap outs. It's something they don't do. They don't do swap outs because they're going to rely on that one main projector to be to do all the work. And you should be to swap in and out between your projectors, back and forth, so you can see exactly how it's going to look. Like I said, these are older projectors, old projectors. But we can still do swap outs. let's do, let's see. Sharp 4K demonstrations. So this kind of answers the question when people, if I'm using like the 43 behind me, and that's all I use with the 43, then that's all you're going to be able to relate to is a 4300 lumen projector. So in the back of your mind, you're going to think, well, I have to get this image. I'm going to have to use that particular model in order to get the image he just displayed. And that's why we bounce back and forth with different projectors. And you have to do that in a fully lit environment because you have to see how the screen's going to react in your environment. If I did this in an ambient light controlled environment all the time, then who's to know how much light you have in your environment? You could have more light in your environment than I'm using. That's why we like to do a lot of these tests outside, because this gives you an idea. The screen can pull up outside on 1,000 lumens. I'm pretty sure inside it's not going to be a problem. Eliminates the factor, do I need SVGA or do I need XGA or WXGA or WXGA or whatever, you know. Do I have to have so many lumens? Do I need so much contrast? Does it have to be 4K? Does it have to be 1080p? No. A lot of our technology we make, no. That's the reason why we have so many old projectors. Right there. Lights on. Shows you that jet black screen and pull that image. And this just excuses all the excuses by people saying, well, like I said, 4300 projector. That's the reason why the image came up. That's the only reason why you can display an image, because it's using 43. Yeah, this is why, like I said, I have so many projectors. Like I said, ultra short throw is going to be a cakewalk. You know why? It's a shorter distance throw. That's why. It's a long throws. Long throws got to travel distance. Even with the ambient lights being hit, but there's no way in the world the screen's going to be 38 by the time it hits the screen, or it's going to lose some lumen counts. The lower the lumen counts, the more lumens are going to drop off on the projector before it makes it to the screen. Ultra short throws are sitting literally right up on top of the screen, so the distance throw isn't that far, which means they're not going to lose too many lumens at all, period, whatsoever. It's not a hard demonstration to do, to tell you the truth. The only thing about ultra short throw projectors are not supposed to have really good angle gain. The screens aren't supposed to have a good angle gain. So if you turn to the side and the image pops up, that's supposed to be good. But other than that, the fact that it's sitting right on top of the screen, the distance throw isn't that far, so it's not going to lose lumens like crazy. The problem they are going to have is the screen basically doesn't have the ability to produce proper color and contrast. Then it's going to fail miserably, because it doesn't make a difference how close you are to your screen. If you can't get a contrast level, you're not going to get proper colors. And get proper colors, that means your image is going to fail, and you're going to spend most of that video or most of your time with that screen in a dark or an ambient light controlled environment, because anything that comes near the screen is going to wash it out. So we did 43, we did 38, we got 28, and we did 1,000 lumens. This is on our ultra dark screen paint. Yeah, I think I should make myself some French fries. Tell you, I love that freaking air fryer. I'm definitely going to get me an air fryer outside for making stuff off of it. Why did you stream my controller that fast? Ah, story of my life. Seriously, gotta stop walking around with these controllers on me all the time. Ooh, that looks like something really creepy. I don't want to record that at all, period. And I can't find the remote control at all, period. I hate that when it happens. Oh, I hate that so much. I don't want to see that nonsense on my screen. Where's my remote controls? Oh, in my pocket. Yeah, coming out of that crap. I don't know what that nonsense is. Sorry about that. I don't get it, man. Like, in the middle of the night, you'll be sitting there watching TV and some horror nonsense will pop up and you're sitting there fighting, trying to figure out where the frick you just dropped your remote control at because you cannot find it. It was actually in my hoodie the entire time. I hate that stuff. No, not a big fan of horror. Used to be back when I was young, but now, no, I don't watch that stuff for nothing. I'm good. I like to watch, this is my favorite thing, I like to watch Wallace and Gromit. Yeah, I love Wallace and Gromit. I found some new episodes on the Fire Stick. Well, if you have any questions, you can always go to our email and you can contact us over there. I'm sorry that, like I said before, comments had to be disabled. we had people who just didn't know how to carry themselves as adults. And it had to be removed. I see a lot of people now doing this. A lot of channels now are disabling their comments from the door because people just don't know how to carry themselves right. And people are getting tired of it. And this will get to a point where people just are going to disable comments altogether and just want to be bothered with it. We have people that are carry, they don't know how to act right. I think what I'm going to do, I may do, once I settle in at the other place, and I will be actually getting another workplace chat for doing some test demonstrations and stuff like that. We will be on those channels, we're actually designing a new YouTube channel. We will be basically enabling comments, but also too, we'll have some special equipment installed in for tracing ID or IP addresses and stuff like that installed in, just in case if we get those little rascals that don't know how to carry themselves right from the door. We can actually, I told you I'm working on getting a legal division for the company and also applying for a corporate license, because I do plan to come off of YouTube, not altogether. I'm going to still do things on YouTube, but business-wise, I plan to take this mainstream. And in order to do that, we are going to need a legal department and to be able to track people down when they do dumb stuff. So just let you know that when you see that new channel pop up and that comment section is activated, that means that the bottom line at the end of the day, you say something stupid on there, yeah, we'll have no problem bringing you to court. You definitely will be seeing my face, and it won't be in a good way. So I figure with this technology I'm developing right now, why be stuck to a website? Think about it. Look at the technology we're making. Why be stuck to a website? Our technology is developed within hours and minutes. We're already automatically dominating most of the screens out there on the market. This needs to be mainstreamed. Now, if it's mainstream, some people think, like, okay, the minute you go mainstream, you become a big cat, your prices are going to go up. No, prices are always going to stay the same. That's the whole purpose of it. If I make my prices just as equal to theirs, then I become one of them. I like to broadcast my tests. That's why I said I want a facility where I can test my screens at, like an area where we test ambient light rejection. We have like a green room. We have nothing but light coming through the windows. I want something set up where we have temperature control when we're testing screens for outside. I can heat a room up or freeze it down. Stuff like that, you know? And I want all that stuff to be broadcasted and stuff like that. But I really would like to bring comments on. The only problem is we just have individuals that just do not know how to act right. And they're small little kids. Mind you, my channel is set up for adults only. These are grown little individuals that don't know how to act right. It's a shame. At the end of the day, you don't take anything off my table. That's what I have to explain to them. My technology, like I said, my business is Christian based. You don't take anything from me at the end of the day. Look at the technology I have now. All the trash that you talked about, the 12, and the 12 still outsells everything we have and make. Now look at the new technology next to 12. Technology is far more advanced than the 12, darker than the 12, produces an extremely high white level. It's gorgeous. I have 3 of these downstairs. 2 of them are tests. This was a final. You can't take anything from me at the end of the day. Nothing. Our Lord provides everything I need. So your efforts are for nothing. You have to realize that all the effort that you wanted to do negative stuff was for nothing. Just so my table will continue to stay blessed, and just so the Lord can come in and give us a new form of technology to replace the 12. That's how amazing my Lord and Savior is. That's how amazing He is. Some people saying, it's interesting to say that they don't worship the devil. They don't follow the devil. Well, when you do things that are against God, you have worship and you are basically serving the devil. It's interesting when you have someone that has your back that knows what the other person's going to do before they do it. Football highlights. That I haven't seen on here yet. Oh, I got to go to YouTube for that one. Because it's going to bring up every channel I have on here under YouTube. There we go. This is what I want to see. Buccaneers and versus the Packers. Nah, I'm not going for that. That's not going to happen. I got two friends of mine. They are freaking horror fiends. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Brady throws end zone. He's got Evans for the touchdown. Has done a remarkable job with this group. Rodgers takes the handoff and then throws a strike. Right in the end zone. Yeah. Good protection. Rodgers slides and now time runs out. 6th Super Bowl win. Handoff here on 3rd down and 1, and a first down pickup by Ronald Jones.
Let's try Tron Legacy.
Getting that from YouTube. Coming to you, fresh faced from home with new Lash Blast Clean Mascara. 10 times the volume, clean formula that's cruelty-free and vegan. Works for me, works for us, works for the planet. New Lash Blast, the clean mascara that works. From CoverGirl.
Like I said, God has a plan for our technology. That's why I'm still going to be online doing demonstrations. It's just that we're going to be doing things on a different scale. We're not going to be signing any contracts. We're not have no interest in reaching out with companies and all that stuff. I have no interest in that. I have no interest in that. Oh, period. I want 100% control of everything. Some people say you should get a board of directors. Oh, heck no. That's a freaking nightmare, board of directors. And they can actually vote you out of your own company, right? Oh, heck no. You have to come and ask them permission to buy things. Yeah, board of directors can make you a ton of money, make you a filthy rich man, but yeah, they can literally take your company from you. And they can control what you spend, what you buy, what they... No, that'll never happen. Not in a million years. Not interested in any contracts, so companies notice from the door. Not interested in contracts. I'm not interested in a distributorship contract. I do not want a company in this place or that place. I don't. I want the technology to be found at one place and one place only. Not interested. I'm like, what if they offer you all this money? Who cares? You taking it with you when you die? Oh, you can't? Okay, there you go. I'm good. God provides everything I need, so I don't need it. Let me see. I think I can do something else on here. I think we do it real fast. Transformers fight scene.
Getting that from YouTube.
I was a little curious. Oh, this is when it goes the whole boring talk scene. We ain't got time for that. We need action right now. Sorry, sound's gonna be a bit low here. I need an action scene because, like I said, I can only show this for a few minutes because you can't like show a long length of it because I'll get a little message at the bottom telling me, hey, look, you violated something, shut it down. And I can only show a little bit of it. So that's why I need to get to an action scene right now. Ooh, this looks good. This looks real good. Oh, yeah! I want to paint something with this big, really big. Yeah, I want to paint something really big with this, man. Contrast levels are freaking sweet. I gotta see this right here. I gotta see the Dinobots. Gotta see that blaze, how far it comes out.
Legendary warriors. The powers that created us now want us all extinguished,
Look at the contrast levels pushing through.
or else forever be their slave. Only together can we survive. Let me lead you.
Watch that flame come out. That is beautiful. I see things, man, it's crazy. That is crazy. Batman, Bane fight scene.
Getting that from YouTube.
Not as serious as yours.
I broke your back. I hated this movie. This particular Batman I didn't like too much.
Let's not stand on ceremony here. Mr. Wayne. It's a justice night. Victory has defeated you.
Good gracious, between that dude talking in a cereal bowl and Christian Slater with that sore throat, I walked out of the movie theater. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. You know, I broke your back. Okay. Let's see. We got something like that. Let's see. Street Fighter. Fight scenes.
Getting that from YouTube.
Alright, we can go from this is going from the movie. I want the actual gameplay. Street Fighter fight scenes. Game trailer?
Getting that from YouTube.
Street Fighter gameplay.
Getting that from YouTube.
Alright. There's one particular fellow, I like his videos. Okay. Oh shoot. That's the reason why you do not do videos while you're basically making French fries. Not a good thing to do. At least I got more French fries. Especially in an air fryer.
Vegeta. I'm the guy who's going to stop you. Fusion! Alright, I'm gonna make this real quick.
Oh, gaming's gonna look sick on this thing. Automatically from the door. Oh yeah, colors are freaking insane. Oh, that's gonna look amazing. Imagine, my projector's still on 20 in eco mode. What would happen if I bring it up to factory settings, which would be around 50, around 53 factory settings? That'd be way too high. I'm curious. See if we get away with it. Might be too much. Alright, 32. I'm going to keep my brightness at 32. I'm not going to do factory. You can see we're at 32. That's it. Most people have theirs at factory settings is 50. Anything even right down the line would be factory settings. So we're still below factory settings. That looks absolutely sickening. Let's do something. QLED contrast demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah, all right, that was too high. I can see right there for the door. I'm looking at this.
Crunchy cinnamon harvest biscuits. Crispy, tasty, organic fiber.
See that? There's no sound with this. But chances are they're probably using some copyrighted music. It's just what happens. That's nice and bright. I'm gonna make me some more fries. So this time I'm just gonna watch them so I don't burn my stuff while this runs.
The boneless, wingless wing stack. Get stacking.
And we'll let that run while I go make myself some food, some more food. Wow, that's fast. That's what this one is. Half of the fries aren't half that bad. They're burnt. There we go. Now we'll cook some food. Yeah, I'll let that run. Not that bad. We can eat it. Just wait for food. Not so bad at all. Anyway. Alright, they weren't burnt that bad, so they're good. Just wasting food. As you did anyway. Not bad. Like my fries a little crispy anyway. Alright. Let's go with quick, because I'm gonna go eat. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna check out that OLED fish. LG beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, I'm doing this demonstration. And then one light's out. We can do the rest of these with the lights out. Because I haven't done any of them yet. TCL 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
I love how she picks up what she thinks I would want. See how high the white levels are? the last demonstration. I gotta go eat. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go back to that real quick. Like I said, we can get an idea of a perspective view on how high the white levels are on this screen that's ultra black. You see that? The screen literally has to go into a pause mode in order for you to see the screen. Watch this. That's how much white light that screen's pushing off. So I literally have to put the screen in pause for you to see it properly. I literally have to bring my brightness down on my projector. Boy, I would hate to see if you hit this thing with 7,000 lumens. You can't use the excuse, well, he's using a 43 because we just swapped out on 1, 2, 3, 4 projectors today, so it's not that. You can went back and change my settings on my projector back and forth, and it's still sitting in eco mode, and it's producing an image this bright. See how her nose is right there? Look at it very carefully. See how her nose is right there? And watch it disappear. I'm gonna go back a minute. I have to put the projector in pause in order for you to see, because the white levels are that high. Now see where you see her nose? Yeah, gotta go back on that one. Sorry about that, people. My time is not good, but we'll get it. All right, we'll pause it there. All right. See that? That's how bright the white levels are on that screen. Her nose literally disappeared. The detail on her nose disappeared that fast. Because keep in mind, because the screen having the ability to produce a white level that high, that means that you can basically bring your projector down to its low settings, put it in eco mode, and that screen would still produce a bright enough level for you. There's no problem whatsoever. So yeah, it's going to be a hard time trying to take black paint and throw it up there and try to say that's the technology, because yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to do. That screen's white levels are insanely bright. You would have to repeat the exact same thing I just did for anybody. All right, well, with that being said, I'm shutting this thing down. Throw on my LED lights because I'm ready to fire this place up. Fire it up, fire it up, fire it up, fire it up. Get it ready. I thought I shut the overhead lights off. I didn't shut the overhead lights off. I just had these lights on here. All right, whatever. I got those on. This one's under the sink. It's all finished. Can't disconnect that yet. The only only thing I use on this screen is cartoons. So all I watch on the screen all day long is cartoons. Every once in a while, if I do happen to come down here and chill, then usually I'm watching some TV show or something. But most of the time, cartoons. All right. With that being said, I hope they got new episodes too, because I definitely watch new episodes. I'll watch this. I'll have this playing downstairs, literally, and be upstairs watching the same thing upstairs. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's just what I am. All right, I gotta get this screen removed because it's blocking a lot of my light pushing through. I don't even know where the remote control, quite frankly, to this one is. It could be upstairs, knowing me. I need to leave this one on because I play fish on this one. Okay, I'm not gonna drag go through that number. I'll have to figure out what I did with that one. It's around the house somewhere. I just have to figure out where. Let me see. Okay, it's down here. All right, so probably around Monday, we're gonna knock out all the tests for the, I'm gonna turn this off right now, because I gotta track down the remote control for this one, and it could be anywhere in the house, which I don't know where. It's supposed to be right here in the chair, but it's never there, because I usually get my remote controls mixed up, and I take them all at the same time upstairs, and this is probably where it's at upstairs. But, so the new technology, it's probably going to be available somewhere around Wednesday. We want to get out in time for people to place orders on it. The 12s will be obsoleted because there's no point. This technology is far more better than a 12. And it's the upgrade for the 12. The 12s needed to have an upgrade to them. I can get me wrong, the 12's an amazing screen paint. It is. It's just the time to do upgrades. Basically about it. We had the 12 for quite some time. And right now we're scooting over to 15s. And 17s and stuff like that. So a few of the screens will probably have some upgrades come along. Other than that, it'll be available probably around Wednesday. We'll have it in for start, probably 1 quart to 2 quarts, and later on gallons will come along later on. That's pretty much all I can tell you right now. It has the same qualifications as 12s, which you can apply to ultra short, which I'll demonstrate on Monday. Even though, like I said, it does the same thing where 12 can, it just produces a higher white level, much higher white level than a 12, and it's much darker than a 12. Because I wanted a very black screen, and I wanted it to be roll-on to make it easier for our customers, because the darkest screen we have is the Luminous, and that's a spray-on, that's front and rear technology. This is not rear technology. Do not put this on plexiglass because you will not be able to see out the other end of it. It's not designed that way. But other than that, motorized fixed frame screens, just about anything you want. You just see me just paint over a fixed frame screen. So it's the same application which you want to apply it to. But other than that, you're not going to be, it's not going to be like the Luminous. Luminous, like I said, are different. That stuff has to be sprayed on. It's a professional kit, and it is for front and rear. This one's not. But like I said, it's much more advanced. The price, sorry, it's not going to be the same as we have for the 12. That had a price drop. This is a brand new product. It costs a little bit more money to make. It's not going to be crazy expensive, but after you see the demonstration, when it goes to its 18 certified screens, it would show its weight in gold. Like I said, you know, for our technology that can paint up to a 150-inch screen, and the fact that we can be at a $4,000 to $5,000 screen, and some people want to gripe over $200 being too expensive. I said, at the end of the day, I can just sign a contract and let them have a go at pricing, and you can spend a lot of money, because I've seen what they wanted to plan on selling my technology for and how they would price it. I've been through this already before. I know exactly what they charge. It was quite expensive the first time around. I went around through Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, the contract I had to get out of. Yeah, they were selling my product for about $3,000. It was $3,000 with a projector and screen, and they were selling for quite a lot. And they had a clientele of people that they could market it to and price it off to. At the end of the day, like I said, they really couldn't care less whether or not if you had the money or not. They had a client of customers that they deal with who had that kind of money to pay for it. You'll just be opt out. That's all to it. You have to deal with everybody else. But like I said, it's a very good price, especially for what the technology can do. And that's why we do the side-by-side against some more advanced screens to show you that you are getting a very good screen for an extremely good price. All right, well, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to have some burnt fries because for some reason I like the way they taste. So I guess I'm going to be burning my fries from now on. And I'm going to listen to a little Christian music, watch a couple cowboy movies, and just sit down and just relax. That's basically about it. Be safe out there, and God bless.